What is going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and welcome to episode number 13 of my career mode. We are started here in December 18th, 2012, so the transfer window approaches, and I think we did a good bit of business in the previous transfer window, and so I'm looking forward to the next one so that I'm able to see what kind of new talent I can bring in, and maybe some players will even be going out, which is it's a little bit of a nervy prospect because I don't want to get, I don't know who or what kind of offers we'll get or what kind of players are going to be out there and be available, but we're on to a match against Bolton, and Benzia steps inside and rifles a shot, unlucky off the post, and it goes out, and an ensuing goal kick, letting us know that our keeper, Jilks, has the number one, or is in the lead for a number of clean sheets so far this season. And Jilks has been a little bit testy lately. He seems to want a new contract. And, I really don't blame him for that. He's been performing well. He's been in good form. But how about that for an over-the-top pass to Sordell? And Bolton gets off to a wonderful start. 41st minute. They steal one back before halftime. But Jilks, I don't blame him. But he is 30 years old. And that is... he's not getting any younger. We'll put it that way. Now, as keepers go, he could still definitely have a few more years, but with the January transfer window and with him wanting a new contract, and I really haven't done anything with that, I'll be sure to be looking around to see, hey, maybe there is a keeper out there for my team that'll be looking for an opportunity to make the most of the Premiership, if indeed we can get up there next year. And that's essentially what I'm hoping for. Is I'm looking for players that want an opportunity. Is that I'm an opportunistic manager. That's kind of the way I look at it. It's of course a business. And I've spoken to that, previously. So, sometimes you have to sell players in order to improve your team as a whole, and sometimes you just can't score goals like the second half has been going. I think I've hit the bar or the post 3 times at least in this match, so I could very easily be up on Bolton, but we're unable to finish off our chances. We're playing Dongu on the wing this game just to get him a little bit more action, and that is a fantastic combination sequence with Yassine Benzia, crosses it in and heads it home, giving us a 2-1 lead. Finally, Benzia, the man of the hour, and I'm sure that we'll get a few offers for him in the transfer window, as he's the league leading scorer, I believe, now, and I think he's actually just become the league leading scorer. And we're going to take that win 2-1 and move a little bit closer on. And Ludovic Silvestre, who I believe picked up a training injury, he is back now, and we're able to semi-work him into the lineup, though he was never really part of our plans to begin with, so he's been spending plenty of times on the reserves. We've got Leeds United coming in to visit their former player, Aiden White, who's now our left back. And obviously, when your former club comes in, you always want to have an exceptional game and really show them what they missed out on, and then they should never have let you go. And that's, Aiden White he bombed up and down the pitch this match. Matt Phillips fires a shot, just saved by the keeper to the near post there, and the ensuing corner kick, which we don't really score on corner kicks, and so that's something that we have to look at come January as well. Is that we need a big man that can win some headers for us, and we managed to get a free kick here in the 64th minute. Not really much happening in this game, and it deflects off the wall, and we managed to retain possession, but this was Leeds United is a tough team. They definitely gave us a run for our money in the championship, and now I don't know too much about what goes on in the championship in real life, but I know that Leeds is historically a decent club, or I know at one point they've, as far as I know about Leeds, they have one of the most epic falls from grace that has ever been documented in English football, of course. And that was they were a top 4 team in the Premiership, and they went all the way down. So pretty brutal stuff. But they've managed to pick themselves up, and they're giving us a run for our money, and we are top of the table right now, just based on goal differential. Blackburn Rovers have the exact same record as us, but we have +3 more goal differential than they do. So that leaves us at the top. But dropping points against Leeds is not going to keep us at the top, especially with the form that Blackburn has been in. We needed every point out of every match just to keep pace with them, and now we've essentially given them the opportunity to go ahead and run away with the league. If that's, obviously we're only a few points down and we could make those up, but that was a frustrating loss. And no love lost for White. His former team came in. They kind of pushed us around a little bit. Kind of brutal, but these things do happen. We do get an international management offer from Venezuela. We're going to stall on that, but I'm thinking it's about time to accept an international job as well as my Blackpool job. I'm just waiting for the right country to come knocking, and I'm sure there will be a country that comes eventually that'll give that'll interest me enough with their player pool that I could definitely buy into coaching that team. But Berisha stepping inside and rifles one off the post again. We need him to get his finishing rating up by probably about 6 points so he can get it 6 inches further inside that post and start scoring some goals for us. But Tom Ince, there it is, near post shot with his weaker right foot. He has been exceptionally good for us, and he did ask for a new contract. We did lowball him, and he was not too happy. So he's currently weighing his options. I'm assuming that he's going to get back to us in January and let us know if he wants to be a part of the club or if he wants out. And I'd love to keep him in my plans, and so I'm hoping that'll give me another shot to offer him a better contract. Berisha, though, we paid 500,000 coins from him for Red Bull Salzburg, and he has been everything that we would have wanted. His form has been impeccable. His influence on matches has been outstanding, and the Norwegian, or the young Norwegian on our squad has been everything that we hoped he would be. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to find my next Berisha in January, a player of his similar, maybe his similar style, and that way we can have a little bit of a rotation. But foolish defensive error from me right there, and he picks Millwall picks it up, crosses it in. Mr. Henderson with a golazo, well, not a golazo, but a nice little volley that gives him a chance. We had to go for the slide tackle with Moralia there, saving the day in the 88th minute, blocking the shot and securing all 3 points for us right there. That would have been a devastating goal. And on we went. We're now December 31st. We're going to advance in our next match on the 1st, Blackburn Rovers. But first, a little bit of information from the board. Our CEO letting us know we've got some important transfer market information. And he's let me know player prices are going to be based on their form, how much longer is in their contract, and a variety of other things as to how much I'll be able to pay for a player. And so I don't really know how to check all the contracts and stuff, but that would be interesting. We've got offers, though, for Yassine Benzia and Valen Berisha. First one for Benzia, $3 million for Mainz. That's just never, ever going to happen. I know we barely paid anything for him, but he's our key striker right now, and I thought about throwing out a counteroffer, and I just decided, you know what, reject. We can't let Benzia go right now. We really don't have any other options beyond him to score goals for us. But Schalke puts in an offer for Berisha, and I thought, hey, Berisha, I have midfield options, and I could do. They're offering 4.7 off the start. Maybe if I offer them, somewhere in the region of 7.5, that would be 7.5 million pounds. That would go a long way for the club, and that would allow me to bring in a lot of players. And so I don't think they're going to take it, and I think they're going to kind of slap me in the face and say, silly manager, that is never going to happen. We will never, ever pay that much. We're getting a little bit more information on Nguesson, our French holding midfielder that is in our only player in the youth academy. We're going to have the opportunity now to get a little bit, as we're getting more information, 79 to 89 rating, so unfortunately he's probably not going to be above 90 potential, but if he can get him anywhere in the high 80s, that would be exceptional. Going to take a look at the squad and see what our players are really worth, and Ince is worth the most, and he's on that wage of 7,000. He wanted to be up somewhere towards 10, 15, or 12 or 15,000, which is brutal. That would really kind of cripple us in some senses, or not cripple us quite yet, but it definitely wouldn't be doing any favors for us. Delfonso sitting on the bench, his wage is something that's just on the books and we're getting no value out of him, so I cannot wait for him to go away and go back to his club because he really just doesn't fit our play style. Bruna, we've put him up for loan before. We're going to make sure that he's still up there, or add him to the transfer list, because he's really not going to get a match with us as well. I thought, maybe I'll loan some of these players out and hopefully get him back and be able to sell them on and make some more. And Nathan Eccleston, very unhappy. We'll transfer list him as well, because he's probably not going to get a match. We have too many striker options right now that, I just don't see a spot in the club for him at this time. Anyways, guys, we're coming to a close of this episode of Career Mode. If you did enjoy it, a like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.